Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to some of you. My name is still Mazi Chineke. Here with me, we want to continue the expose and other things that concerns we, the indigenous people of Biafra, the people of Oduduwa, the people of Middle Belt, and also the people of Ariwa. Because as long as we are concerned, Nigeria has expired. The experiment of 100 years has long expired. And right now, we are about 104 or 103 or 105 years now. So that is why everybody is clamoring for justice. Everybody is clamoring for equity. And that is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu stands for. The topic that I want us to talk about here, it's a report which you can never see it in a media war. You can never see it in a media, right? Rather, we are bringing it out so that the people can be able to understand exactly what is going on. The report I have here, which with a backup of a voice note that was sent to me yesterday. Matter of fact, I have a one-on-one conversation and I took his permission to record his voice. And the report says, from Ihala, which is Anambra State, to Olu in Imo State, down to the Angara, also in Imo State, there was a bombardment on the 10th of November 2021, the very day that our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, were supposed to have a court case. So why we are having a court case, which was not allowed to hear, while under the same time, the Nigerian government sent their military to come and be bombarding our people. There's a voice note. We're going to go into details about that. Also here, I also want to talk about the, as a time of independence of Nigeria, what transpired. Because with this, at the time of independence, when I begin to bring out this fact, you can now make a connection concerning the so-called 5 legal team that the Nigerian government only allowed Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor to come in. I'm going to explain that in details. And also, we're also going to talk about the denial of Ehaneze Ndigbo and the traditional rulers not to come into court. Then we're going to talk about slave treatment. And then we are going to go into more details about the expose concerning the dead Buhari, because we all know that Buhari had died long time ago. So we are going to also go for the bit by bit of evidence from different articles that make it more stronger. That even at that, the Nigerian government cannot even demand or say that they add it as a count of whatever allegation that they have against our leader. They only added that our leader said that he's a pedophile, he's an idiot. But they could not add this one that our leader said that he have died. Here, and also, among this, we are going to also talk about the Queen Elizabeth, whom sent a condolence message over Buhari's death. But first of all, I want you to listen to the voice clip concerning this bombardment in Olo, Ihala, and Angara, the military bombardment on the 10th of November 2021. After listening to that, then we make analysis concerning the more evidence. Then we go back again so that we can be able to make a very huge connection. I still remember Mazi Nnamdi Chineke, a bona fide active member of IPOB and also an active financial member as well, serving the indigenous people of Biafra through media, evangelists, and also music. I'm talking about music. My music is very, very open for everybody, whosoever that want to use it to make a broadcast or want to upload it in your social media. You are free to do that. But all what you're not allowed to do is to monetize it. Because myself, I have not monetized it. I leave it open so that people can be able to freely use it to make their broadcast or whatever they can. You can also go and find it at Ochabuto No, sorry, not Ashaboto. Odinkemma official. If you go Odinkemma official, you're going to find it there in YouTube. So now let's go back to the this voice clip concerning the bombardment in Ihiala, down to Olu, down to Angara, Imo State and Anambra State, so that we can be able to make a connection from that. Thank you very much.
Still on the fight for the restoration of Biafra, and as a media, we allow people's opinion to count so that other people can be able to learn one or two things or see reason from there. I still remember the Odinkem Kendele watching. Here with me, I'm going to call a brother right now whom called me during the program that I made yesterday. But that was when the program was ended. So I said I'm going to call him so that he can tell me what he wants the public to consume so that we can bring it out to the light, because Biafra or nothing. That is why everybody is fighting for the restoration of Biafra. So let me call him. Yeah, good evening from here, brother.
Yeah, I'm watching
again.
Yeah, my brother. Good evening.
Good evening. Now, when I was making the program today, you called, but at that time, the program had already ended. And you say that you want something, that there is something you want to tell Biafrans. So I'm listening.
Okay, before we go on, because it's a very, very interesting topic. Why am I doing this? For our people to have a thinking cap. You know what I'm saying now? For our people to have a thinking cap, to know that the moment that we are right now is a psychological moment. You know what I'm saying now? A psychological moment in a sense that we need to know the game that these people are playing in order to encounter them with that same game. You know what I'm saying now? Like I said, we need to know the kind of game that they are playing in order to encounter them with that. Hello? I'm live watching it. I'm on live. Good morning. I'm on live. Yeah. But when hold on. When I put the number, the number I'm going to put on the screen is what you're going to call, so that people can be able to hear your contribution. But right now, I'm just making an open statement and make analysis. Then people can be able to call in. I will paste it on the camera. I will paste it on the camera, on the screen. Okay. Don't worry, just if you're watching, I'll paste the line, then you can call from there so that you can be able to contribute, because we have to listen to what you're saying loud and clear. This Idu Biafra TV/radio Facebook page. Just go to Facebook, type in Idu Biafra TV/radio. Yes. IDU, then Biafra TV/radio. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Before I was interrupted. Now, we want to first of all start with the leaked video of the dead Buhari, which what I have here is a backup evidence. Backup evidence. I said backup evidence. After that, then we go into this clip that I want us to listen. If you also remember that African leaders observed a minute silence at AU Summit on the 13th of February 2017. That is about 4 years and 10 months now. 4 years and 10 months, the African leaders observed a minute silence. For who? For Muhammad Buhari, one of their brother. I read, African Union head of state and the government have observed a minute silence in the memory of the late Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari on Monday during the 28th ordinary session of AU Summit in Addis Ababa. During the official opening session of the AU Summit, the Chadian President Idris Deby Itno, the incumbent AU President, he sees it as necessary and as a duty of responsible for them to observe a minute silence in the memory of the late Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari. The AU government realized that it was incumbent on them to act. He then invite other leaders, other African leaders, to observe this a minute silence in the memory of their late brothers, in the memory of their late brother, the Nigerian president. Now, another backup of this fact, which our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu have been clamoring, is that a death certificate was issued by the National Population Commission on the 19th of September 2017. I repeat, a death certificate. All of these things are in the social media. You're going to find it there. And how do we dictate the people who are actually hold this secret in this National Population Commission? During the absence of President Muhammad Buhari, now the Yemi Osibanjo, which is the acting president, he sworn in commissioners of the National Population Commission, Mr. Eyitayo Oyetunji, that's one. Haliru Bala, two. Benedict Upong. This Benedict Upong, he is from Akwa Ibom. Mrs. Patricia Pucci, Mrs. Gloria Uzomfuo, and the chairman NPC Chief Eze Duru Ihuoma at the Council Chamber State House of Representatives, which is on the 1st of February 2017. 1st of February 2017, that this swearing was sworn by the acting president, President Yemi Osibanjo. These people that I just mentioned right now, they know something. You know what I'm saying now? So when we begin to find from other sources, you know what I'm saying now, to understand exactly what transpired, majority of these people, if not all, have fed up with Nigeria. And we can find the truth from these people that I've just told you now. You know what I'm saying now? We can find a confession, not truth, but a confession from these people that I just mentioned now. Another evidence to also back it up, Queen Elizabeth II, she sent a condolence message over Buhari's death between the 3rd to 7th of February 2017. And like I said, in the Western world where everything is functioning, if you want to receive a post or a letter, for example, if I write a letter now, I want to send it to somebody, I will write the day that I wrote this particular letter. That is number one. But the person who is going to receive this letter, it might take maybe a day, 2, 3 days, depends on the service of the post office. You know what I'm saying? That is why I said between the 3rd to 7th of February. But Nigerian government received this letter of condolence from Queen Elizabeth, the British Royal Majesty, whom sent this condolence message to the family of Nigerian President Muhammadu Buhari and the people of Nigeria. You know what I'm saying now? On the people of Nigeria. Why are we bringing up these things up? Because we can never forget so quickly. These are the things that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has been saying. These are the things that he's fighting. And because Nigerian government, they don't want to hear anything true that will lead to this disintegration or that will lead to the disgrace, world disgrace against them. This is exactly what is happening. Now, it depends on the so-called Nigerians for them to get up and do what is right. You know what I'm saying now? You can't leave this fight only for Biafrans. You can't leave this fight for only Oduduwas. Everybody needs to collectively effort and come out and say that we need this and this have to be this way with one voice. Because this is one of the things that even the media, the gutter media in Nigeria, they fail to discuss all those things. They don't want to discuss it. They are very afraid to discuss it, to ask questions, to say, why is it that Nigerian president cannot come out to have a live interview or to examine him? Because this is a very serious allegation. Very serious allegation. But they are, because all of these medias, they are working in hand with the government. That is why they cannot ask this question. And that is the reason why that you can never see anything that will come out from Nigeria, more especially when it had to do with the oppressed of the people. You can never see this thing, and you can never see it. Another evidence now is, if you remember, when Buhari went to British to go and have his medical treatment, after 81 days of his return, he was avoiding Aso Rock because the person who is the original Buhari have died, and they need a fingerprint to enter into that Aso Rock. But because they could not be able to do that, he then now have to fly back again, back to the United Kingdom for another medical care, which he left on the 7th of May and returned on the Saturday, 19th August 2017. In order to resume work on the 21st of August 2017. But at the same time, he could not. But rather, he began his official duties from an auxiliary office attached to his residence. Meaning that an office in his residence, that is where he was working. And the presidency had to come up with something. Some say that because of the absence of Buhari for 103 years. You know, so 103 days, that because of that, Ruden, this and that, and that and this and that, and they have to use this in order to convince gullible so-called Nigerians, to confuse them. And you can see, during that period, some people are using it to make a joke, some people are cracking jokes, some people are doing this, but they are playing with your intelligence. Now, what is happening today? Nobody is asking this question. All those jokes that people are joking towards that period, nobody is putting in action right now in order to say, hey, look at what happened so day. Look at what. That is why we are bringing this again to light, so that people can be able to begin to reason. You understand what I'm saying now? People can begin to reason and understand that we need to work together as a people in order to do what? To have our freedom. Now, I want you to make a connection. Buhari in total, he spent 103 years. 103 days in medical treatment. Am I correct? Now, how old is the experiment? Between the time the experimenter of Nigeria till now, it is about 105, 106, 107 years now. And at that time, that 2007, I think maybe it was about 103 years. That is to say that Nigeria has expired 3 years before. You know what I'm saying now? 3 years before, and you have to spend in total 103 years in medical treatment. That is, everything is what's working for the good. But people need to do what? People need to understand that determination, consistency is the key. We don't forget. And that is why we are bringing it here, for you to understand that we need to work as a people. We need to work as a people. Now, let me play this clip that I want to play concerning the bombardment from Ihiala, Anambra State, to Olu, from Olu to Angara, that military bombardment on the 10th of November 2017. And after that, there is another clip that I'm going to back it up, because it's an opinion. It's an opinion of people, what they feel that need to be done, and we need to bring it to the light. But first of all, let us play this one again. Let us play this one.
Yeah, still remember watching again. Still on the issue, the fight for the restoration of Biafra. And with me here, that I'm about to call right now, is one of our brother who wants to share with us the bombardment in Imo State. The bombardment in Imo State. So I'm going to call him right now so that he can be able to share. Because the reason why that we are bringing this to the light, so that people can really understand exactly what is going on, and the need that we need to push it. We really need to push it. We really need to push it. Let me call him.
Hello?
Hello, good evening, Wachineke. How are you?
Good evening. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm okay, I'm fine. Okay, don't say your name unless if you feel like. Just I want you to tell me about what you called me for. You said about bombardment in Imo State. What can you share with us so that the world can be able to listen to you as well? Thank you.
Being yesterday on 10th of February 2021, Nigerian army and police with the new fighter jet they bought from United for America, US, bombing Iyala to Ono yesterday on 10th after they went to Nandikalu court. You see, many people died, many people, even children, even the army shooting with the armored car, shooting face to face, without nothing. We are not fighting war, we are not doing anything war, but Nigerian army and soldiers bringing war into our land. Even yesterday in Anna, also the same thing. So I don't know what we are going to do about this, because we are confused. We are very, very confused, seriously. So I'm very, very angry because we are from Olu, and this is happening to my place. So that's why that I have to call US. What the next step we Biafra can take about this? Is it when they kill everybody in Biafra land? When we get Biafra, who going to stand as a Biafra? Because I'm very, very surprised when viewers call the election. So maybe everybody should go and vote. Because I'm very, very surprised. Look at what happened to our leader. Look at what happened to the court. Look at Nigerian people, Nigerian Fulani. Because why I'm angry Biafrans. Fulani don't listen to a good result. Fulani don't come to you with peace. Fulani don't answer. Fulani can answer. It's gun and bullet. That's the way that Fulani can answer you. We'll come for saying that we are just going to social media, talking this, talking that, and after everything, no action. Fulani can never hear all these things. I want each of everybody Biafrans to wake up. This is the time to rise up, so that we can fight this war once and for all, so that everybody to know where he belongs. But we can't be in Europe here, being social media, shouting Nigeria Zoo, and after of the day they're killing us. If they kill all the whole Biafrans, who can stand? When Biafra come, who can stand? This is our time to raise this is our time to carry ammunition for this. Besides, our governors, our senators, our councillors, all of them, we need to chase them out of Biafra land, because they are the cause of what is happening. Because the poor people are dying. Now hungry. Too much hungry is in Biafra land now. No food, nothing. Even the poor people are there, their house are burning. So what do you think we are doing? I'm asking this question to do first. What the next step to take about this step? Is it to come to social media? Is it to do broadcast? And after everything, nothing like action. This is the time to take action. This is the time to take the bull by the horns. So because me, I want to know the US, what the next step to take? Because I'm angry, totally angry. What to do? If you see what happened today, you know that Nigerians, through the public of Nigerians, they are ready for us. So nothing like social media issue. Nothing like about complaining. What we need to now is gun and bullets is what we needed from now. So how we going to do it? My brothers and my sisters in Biafra. This is time to wake up. This is time to team up. Let's go there.
Okay.
This is what I have to say about this.
Okay. Let me ask you a question. This Anyara, do you say? Can you pronounce it again? Is it Anyara?
What?
You said there's a bombardment in Anyara, Ihala, and Olo. Is that correct?
Ihala, Anolo, and Angara.
Okay, Angara. This Angara, is it?
Yes, Angara in Imo State.
Okay,
yes.
all of them are in Imo State. Wow. Yes. And this Angara is a local government, yeah?
Yes.
Ihala is a local government in Imo State too.
Ihala is between Anambra and Imo State.
Okay, from Ihala, bombardment to Olu.
Yes.
And no media is reporting it.
No media is reporting it.
Chineke mebere. We really need to sit up. We really need to sit up. But I heard what you said. They are going to listen to it. It's going to go viral. It is going to go viral. Thank you very much. Do you have any other thing to say?
What I need to say is that because me, I need to go direct to ask Chika Edoziem, DOS. What the next step to take? The next step is it only to talk in social media, or is it only to progress? What is next step to take? Because what happened on court on 10th of January, on 10th of November 2021, our leader. If you see how they lock our lawyer outside, so we cannot believe on our lawyers because Nigeria government and they schedule all of them. So what needed is the what Ifunani government needs to hear is gun and bullets. Without gun and bullets, they can't hear from us. And another first step we need to take now is our senators, our governors, especially who's of them. Because now what I'm thinking is before my mother said that when one person cook for the whole crowd will eat the food finish. But when the crowd cook for one person can never eat the finish. But for now, for Igbo land, one person can cook for the whole crowd can never eat the finish. But when crowd cook for one person eat the finish. It's what happens in Igbo land, in Biafra land. This is what who's of them back. The Supreme Court of Governor of Imo State, this is what is happening. And we can't just keep quiet and look at this man. He kills other people and taking his children to abroad. So we need to chase him out of Imo State. We need to chase him out of Imo State. All the governors in Biafra land need to chase them out. We need to let them know that this time is not like a story again. It's not a chance play again. The hour is already come. Look at our Igwes. There's nothing like respect. If the emir of Fulani, they were allowed to enter inside the Supreme Court. But they put our Igwes in outside. We saw. If the emir of India, they were allowed to enter inside the court. Because of money, our Igwes already got the money. They take no sense to use money to disrupt our Igwe in Igbo land. In Biafra land. So this is our time to sit up. Both Igwes, both governors, both councillors, both heads of rep, all of them need to chase them out to let them know that we are the leader of tomorrow, not them. Because in Igbo land now, in Biafra land now, is the old is the leader of tomorrow. It's not the young, it's the leader of tomorrow. What is the leader of tomorrow now is the old ones. It's not the young ones. So we need to correct that issue. Enough is enough.
All right.
So I'm calling the US. They have to have a plan B now. We need to relax. Enough is enough.
All right. Thank you very much.
How many years that they are killing us now? So how many people do you think are going to remain? People here, Biafra is a very good now. I can't be in this place. They look at the shop and look at it. I will go to work by 6 o'clock in the morning. Come back by 9 o'clock. Let's go. No, we can't take this. Enough is enough, my brother.
All right, thank you very much.
Enough is enough.
Okay. They will get the message. Thank you.
Okay.
They will get the message. I'm just a...
All right. You heard what he said. I'm going to open the line at the due time, but I still have some analysis here. you hear what he said about the Igwe and politicians. Now, that brings me to the issue of at the time of independence, because I want to make a connection from this analysis from at the time we had an independence down to the so-called 5 legal team that the government of Nigeria said that is only 5 legal team that is going to allow to come inside our courtroom, down to the Ohaneze, which this particular point that is pointing now. But now, this at the time that we have an independent, Nigeria was divided into 4 regions by the British. The House of Fulani in the north with 52%, 48% for the Yorubas and the Igbos. Mind you, they didn't say south. 48% for the Yorubas and the Igbos. Now, the Yorubas in the west, supposedly, they were supposed to have 14%, while we the Igbos in the east, in the old eastern region, 14%. But with the divide and rule, that they are dividing in order to conquer us, they have to divide we the Igbos into 4 or 5 division. Now let me break it down. Some of our brothers are in part of Kogi. Some of our brothers in part of Benue State. Some of our brothers in part of Oyo. That is the factual truth. They even divide some of our brothers and call them South. Now you have Southeast. How many are we now? We are up to 4 or 5. I don't even know how many they've divided us. The 14%, that out of the 48% that the British divided us, give the Northerns, House of Fulani 52, give us 48. Now from that 48, we are supposed to have 14%. Am I correct? Fine. But even at that, how many states did we have now? You know, some say we have now. We have only 5 states, which they call Igbo speaking state. Only 5. Now, that brings it to this 5 legal team that the federal government allow Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor to come into courtroom. 5. I want you to make the analysis, because you have only 5 states, which they call Igbos, which they refer as Biafrans. Another 10 lawyers in one. This is back now. Let me continue what I said. Let me go back again from where I stopped before they attacked me. Let me go back again where they attacked me. I said, at the time of the independent, from this analysis, then we're not going to come down to the so-called 5 legal team, and then I'm going to break it down on that 5 legal team that they made mention. When we had our independent, like it or not, we must preach this gospel. Good. Now, at the time that we have our independent, 52% were given to the north, while 48% given to the south. Out of that south, you have Yorubas, you have Igbos. They didn't say south. No, they say Igbos. That is to say that the people who are calling themselves south, they need to know where they belong to. But that is not where I want to go. Now, out of the 48% that they give to the south, which is Yoruba and Igbos, we are supposed to have 14%, while the Yoruba have 14%, right? Okay. Now, inside that our own Igbos 14%, they have to divide our brothers. They put some in Kogi State, they put some in Benue, they put some in Oyo, and they call some people South. You know, sir? And they leave a small portion and call them Southeast. 5 states, 5 legal team. And when you hear about 5 legal team, you'll be thinking that it's, let me say, in each team, you were supposed to have more than one. That makes it, one person can't just be a team. You know what I'm saying now? So, why they are making this analysis or this diagrammatic, we have brain to reason. When they say 5 legal team, if you think that we have 10 in one team, 10 in one team, 10 in one team, that is to say, in general, that we have 50 lawyers that they ask the Barrister Stefan Ejiofor to come up with. But it's only 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lawyers. You know what I'm saying now? And now, I don't want to go into that detail because when Barrister Stefan Ejiofor went outside to go and make sure that every other person that supports the Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes in, they lock the door. You know what I'm saying now? That is where we are coming back to the Ohaneze and the Ohaneze Ndibu and traditional rulers not allowing to come inside the court. But before I go into that analysis, now, you now have to know that this is a political movement. You understand? The amalgamation or during the time of independence, how many percent did they give to you? They gave you 48%. Out of that 48%, what do you have as of now? What you have is only 5%. So 5% means 5 lawyers. That is to say that other people who come to show solidarity, who join the legal team of Barrister Stefan Ejiofor, are from Kogi, part of Kogi, our brothers in part of Kogi. Some are part of Lower Benue, for you. Some are in South. You know what I'm saying now? Some are in South in order to support. But politically, they have to manipulate everything. They have to turn everything around to make sure it remains like that. That is why everybody needs to understand exactly what is playing here. Everybody needs to understand what is playing here. Now, coming to the Ohaneze Ndibu and traditional ruler are not allowed to come inside. This is my own personal opinion. I think there is a political manipulation behind the closed door. Why am I saying this? We know that before now, Ohaneze Ndibu had been against us. You know what I'm saying now? Ohaneze Ndibu had been against us. The leadership of Ohaneze Ndibu have come openly and said that they believe in one Nigeria. And it is because of the consistent and determination of the agitation that makes them to come out to say that they want to support Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know what I'm saying now? Just like what the British did. Instead of, if they played a political move to show the world that yes, we recognize Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as our own, as a citizen of British. Here is the document. This is the lawyer, but the DSS denied him to sign that document. You understand? They will play politics, but behind the closed door, they have already determined what they are going to do, the outcome of that thing. Just like what is happening concerning this issue of election. The person who won election is not the person who really win the election. Take, for example, what happened in Imo State. So this is why I begin to say, this is my own personal opinion, like I said. This is why I begin to say that Ohaneze Ndibu and the traditional rulers, including the politicians, they really need to show us, both practical terms and otherwise, that they really are in this struggle. You know what I'm saying? They have to show it. We need to see it. Seeing is believing. We need to see it, see that yes, they really. That also goes to the politicians. You know what I'm saying now? The last time Ifeanyi Oba came to court and he was embarrassed. He went to Lagos to agitate for governorship election. He was embarrassed. Now, did you see him to come to the court this time around? Because he is not even listed among the people who are going to even run. They have ruled him out. That is to say, no matter how deceitful you play, one day it's going to catch up with you. That is a factual truth. Let me repeat. No matter how deceived, you try to deceive people, as long as it's not from here, it's going to fade. It is going to fade one way or the other. Did you see Ifeanyi Oba? That is the same thing that goes to these the Ohaneze Ndibu and traditional rulers. They might have collected money behind. The Nigerian government might have given them choice. Do you want to sit outside, collect millions of naira? Maybe each of the people that sit outside, maybe they gave them a 100 million naira or 50 million naira and give them the choice. Do you want 50 million naira to sit outside for a few hours, let's say 2 hours, then just sit there? The world will sympathize with you, the media will sympathize with you and say that, yeah, look at the traditional ruler they came to. But really, are they in for this struggle? That is the question that we need to ask. Are they really in for this struggle? Because we know the role that they have played in the past. We have seen a situation where the traditional ruler, they sat down in the floor before the Fulani Caliphate. We have seen such a thing. So this is not just a matter of that, just come and show all that you support, but is it really from your heart? That is why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that everybody is a suspect until Biafra is restored. You know what I'm saying now? That is why I say Ohaneze Ndigbo, the denial of Ohaneze Ndigbo and traditional ruler not to come into courtroom, is it really genuine, or did they play something behind the closed door? That is my own personal opinion. You must not take it. This is my own personal opinion. Is it really? You know what I'm saying now? And that is why some of our brothers are calling out, like Mazda Achebe, one of the short programs that I watched yesterday. I'm going to play his clip. What he said that the leadership of IPOB must. I have not opened the line first. I have not opened the line. When I open the line, you can call. So that is why Mazi Achebe, he said in one of his programs that the leadership of IPOB must give a mandate to all the politicians in Biafra land, that this is what they have to do, because we need to really see practical. It is not this all the politics game that you're playing, because we cannot take it. They play with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu not to sign a document that was presented to him by the British government to recognize him as to sign him a British lawyer. You know what I'm saying now? So this is exactly what I'm saying, that we really need to see and think about this thing, because I think there is a serious political manipulation in this case of our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You know what I'm saying now? The lawyers, they are doing their best. But the people that were supposed to back them up, the people that we need to see that really they are representing us, they really need to be checkmate, and that is to say, they need to show us exactly that this is exactly what they stand for. And now, when you talk about the slave treatment, this slave treatment that I want to discuss now, what they did on the 26th of June 2021, they brought in our leader without the presence of the legal team even aware that he's in the country, and they did what they did on the 26th of June. Also, that is the same thing that they did on the 10th of November to our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor refused to go with only 5 lawyers, not 5 legal team. He refused to go with only 5 lawyers inside. You understand? He needs to carry all the brothers and sisters along. And the federal government said to him, hey, listen, at the time of the independence, we the Northerners have a 52%, and you have 48%. And as it is now, you only have 5%. If you want to go with this 5%, then you go with it. Now, that is where this my brother is saying that we really need to have a plan B. We really need to have a plan B. Now, let me play a voice of another person who is agitating for in another form. You understand? Concerning this same issue. Then after that, I am going to play Mazi Achebe Paul, a broker that he made. Listen.
Still on the fight for the restoration of Biafra, and as a media, we allow people's opinion to count so that other people can be able to learn 1 or 2 things or see reason from there. I still remember the Odinkeman Kendele watching again. Here with me, I'm going to call a brother right now whom called me during the program that I made yesterday. But that was when the program was ended. So I said I'm going to call him so that he can tell me what he wants the public to consume so that we can bring it out to the light, because Biafra or nothing. That is why everybody is fighting for the restoration of Biafra. So let me call him. Yeah, good evening from here, brother.
Yeah, what's
Chineke?
Yeah, my brother. Good evening.
Good evening. Now, when I was making the program today, you called, but at that time the program have already ended, and you say that you want something, that there is something you want to tell Biafrans. So I'm listening.
Yes. Yeah, the advice I want to give the IPOP and the GOS is that this fight now, we need to change it in another dimension. Let's bring the fight back home. First, the politicians, the egos, with this, Biafra will change. All Biafra land will be hot for them to sit up, for them to tell their masters, the Fulani masters, what we want. We need freedom. We need to be our own.
Don't call me. Don't call me. Don't call me. I'm a program.
That is free, but unconditionally. That's what we need, my brother. If they can be able to do this, all Biafras will be happy. Thank you.
Okay, let me ask you also one or two questions.
Okay.
If you recall, even though that I can say that I trust them 100%, but if you recall, it was
The people that I'm referring is the traditional ruler. I don't trust them 100%. Like I say, it's my own personal opinion. Let's continue.
was because of the traditional rulers and the clergy. I'm not talking about politicians. Politicians are they are exceptional. I don't trust those ones at all. You understand? But our traditional ruler and our religious leaders, they gathered together. They made a bold speech against what Nigerian government is doing towards the restoration of Biafra and Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case. And that is the reason, one of the reasons why that DOS said that the sit-at-home will be officially cancelled. And being saying that, officially say cancel, on my own point of view, is that they cancel it in order to save us internationally, to tag us as a terrorist organization. But individually, it does not deprive us as an individual to sit at home. That is to say that whosoever that want to fight for the freedom, you know what to do, then you do it. In the case of the sit at home. So I don't know if I've been able to help you on this, what you're saying, or if you have any other thing, maybe another way that you want to let me know, make me to understand very well, so that the public can also hear from that. Thank you.
I'm letting the public to know that the Council of Sit at Home is a mistake from DOS. DOS don't need to defend itself for international organization or for Janjaweed. Already we are terrorists. That's what they call us. Already they are killing us already. They are kidnapping us already. They have done everything they need to do to us. There's nothing new they can do now. They never did to us before. We need to sit up. We need to change this game to a new dimension.
Okay. I've heard what you said.
Chief titles, people in Igbo land. Yeah. The chief titles is not only the Igbos, including the senators. We fight the below, we fight the high people, so that we can be able to get what we want. We don't need to sit and watch these people using us anyhow. What's the name? One Fulani man said the only way they will release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu for us is we will denounce what what we are. We will denounce IPOB. IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. We cannot deny who we are. We are Biafra. We can dance to that tone. They're supposed to dance on our own tone. We are not slaves to them. We are their masters. We give them what they will dance, not them will give us what we dance. Since these enslaved people decided to be with them, we go to them one by one. Even though me here can volunteer to go to them one by one. That is all I have to say. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm going to send the message out, and the DOS, which by mean HOD, is going to hear, and also other Biafran worldwide. Everybody is going to hear what you just said. One thing I agree with you is this: we are not going to dance to their tune.
Don't call. When I finish this one, then you can call, please.
Into our own tone. So that is also saying that our politicians, they need to get up. Our traditional rulers, they need to get up. Even do more. They need to do more, because this is about our generation.
Let them sit up. Even the DOS, let DOS sit up also.
Good.
Because in this east we are now. In Onitsha, I'm living in Onitsha. All of us here, we have concluded that DSS will be serving our lawyers. Then our lawyers will be serving DOS. DOS will be telling us that Mazi said. If you watch Mazi yesterday in the court, where they are snapping picture with him, he was very disappointed. He can't even talk. He was looking at them. This is not what he wants. Snapping picture with them, taking videos with him. He don't want that. Mazi wants us to fight. Mazi wants us to do so. He said he will not disappoint us. Let we not disappoint him. He's supposed to do something. That's how it's supposed to be, my brother. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. You can call in now. You can call in now and give your own contribution before I play Mazi Achebe, his own point of view, because everything has to be on the table so that we can be able to know where we go from here. But let me first of all call this person that just called me now. Okay. Yeah, welcome to the program. Watching again.
Hello, hi, watching again. Good morning.
Good morning. Tune down the volume of your listening set and give your contribution.
Yeah, I wanted to contribute. Okay, thank you. I wanted to say something, about this Buhari dead. Buhari is dead already. That is sure. If you wanted to know how Buhari, whether he's dead or alive, follow Aisha closely. You see Aisha movement, it proves 100% that Buhari is dead. One. And if you follow this man that is now Buhari, if you follow his language, the way he talk, his body movement, don't look the camouflage. You will know that this man and the other man is not the same. The other man, Buhari, is a little bit darker than the guy they are producing now and younger. That is bygone. Second thing, if the IPOB, the Igbo people, the Biafrans, what we're supposed to do to counterlize the Fulanis is to support the Hausas and the Middle Belt to reclaim their land back from all these people that is in IDP. Fulani already killed a lot of Hausa people and killed a lot of Middle Belt people. If we target them there in their own ground, trying to help Hausa to claim back their land and the Middle Belt to claim back their land, all the people Fulani have killed and chased out of their land, and now they are in IDP camp. If we help them,
okay, let me hold you there. Please,
that is
on this
second point.
Hold on.
Third point.
Hold on. On this your second point, let me just
third point is.
Hold on. This your second point. Let me treat you quickly. What we are doing here already is supporting the houses for them to reclaim, because they are seeing what is happening. So take your second point.
Okay. And now we have to target Fulani, but not the army, because the Fulani is using the army, and this army, there is Yoruba people, I mean the police and the army, Yoruba people, Middle Belt, and the Igbo people. Most of them don't support, but because of Fulani already captured the army, use all the head and directing them. So they are doing job. Most of them are doing job that they don't like, but they don't have option. So what we have to do, if there is any Fulani man in the army or in the military or in the police, even near our side, we target Fulani, let Fulani fear the pain. Because what is happening in Nigeria now, Fulani don't lose nobody. There is no Fulani politician in jail. There is no Fulani who have been killed. All the Fulani are free. So the pressure is under us. They are the one killing us. The Fulani are the one taking the money. They don't go to jail. So what we do now, we declare against Fulani. Fulani is the target.
I have to interrupt you. I have to interrupt you on this one quickly. Hold on. I want to interrupt on this one quickly. This particular point that you're raising now, Mazi Achebe, there's a short clip that he made. If you go to Mazi Achebe Paul Facebook page, he said that the leadership of IPOB need to give all the Fulanis in our land 2 weeks notice for them to pack out. In other words, it is going to trigger the Northern Coalition to give also 2 weeks to our brothers in Fulani who are in the north to pack out. So I think this settles this one you're talking about. Next point.
Yeah, and also the next thing again, all the sabotage the Fulani are giving to the Biafrans and all the whole Nigerians is too much. So if we're making any law, we should not make our people to suffer more. For example, now the Fulani bringing cow. Instead of sit at home, why not ban cow eating in Nigeria, in Biafra land? And if we tell our people don't to go out for example, sit at home on Monday, you have to stay at home from Saturday, Sunday, Monday. And the people know that these people go on daily basis. A lot of people eat based on daily basics. So you are putting more harm onto the Biafran people.
Okay, hold on, brother.
It's good, but it's good maybe one time per month.
Let me treat this one. Hold on. Let me treat this one quick. IPOB, leadership of IPOB is not making any law. You understand? They make a proclamation that is going to be a sit at home, 1 week sit at home. And at the time moment, it was cancelled. So it is not imposing on anybody to go and sit at home. And also, my own point of view, that they want to save us internationally. So the people who sit at home are voluntarily sitting at home. While those ones who goes about their business are the ones who are pretending that they are not feeling the pain. Next point.
Okay. Now, one thing I wanted to say also is this: these Fulani people, we have to know also how they operate. How Fulani operate? Fulani use Islam religion. They capture the religion and then they capture the people. 1. 2. They use money to bribe our chiefs and politicians, and they deceive them. That is 2. The third one is Fulani already capture all the whole post. Most of our politicians now, if you talk, Fulani will put you in jail. Even you that is there now, you go Nigeria, they'll put you in jail. So everybody's scared of the Fulanis because Fulani already make a strong union. Fulani already have a gang, a strong team. The Sheikh, all those Imam and Sheikh, Gumi them, all those ones them, they are one team. Fulani have make a strong team, and anybody who go individually, they will break you. So the only way is for our own Southerners to make team, to make a strong team, to counter them. Because if you go and talk as an individual, they will catch you and put you in jail. And that is why Fulani change all the goalposts. They have the money. Fulani is the one drawing map for us. Fulani, a foreigner.
Hold on. I don't know where you're going with this. I don't know where you are going with this. If we go individual, what we are advocating and we are calling for the indigenous people of Biafra right now in Nigeria. The 13 states in Nigeria are the ones that make up Biafra. And we are saying that with the what Mazi Nnamdi kind of said, that when Biafra comes, we are going to have a confederation, in a sense that everybody have to control their own territory. Nobody is going to dominate anybody. And if I'm to come to your area, I don't know where you come from. If I come to your area to make a